Salmonella is a common bacteria that affects the intestinal tract. It typically lives in animal and human intestines and are shed through stool, and humans become infected most of the time from food and water. Symptoms usually start from 6 hours to 6 days after infection. They include diarrhea that could be bloody, fever, and stomach cramps. Most people recover within 4 to 7 days without antibiotic treatment, but some people with severe diarrhea may need to be hospitalized and take antibiotics.
Now I am going to explain the reproduction of the Salmonella. The bacteria reproduce by binary fission. That means that at the time of reproduction, each bacterial cell replicates its DNA and then divides into two cells identical to each other and with respect to the progenitor cell. It is therefore a type of asexual reproduction. In other hand, the Salmonella will grow in a broad pH range of 3,8 and 9,5. The minimum pH at which Salmonella can grow is dependent on temperature, presence of salt and nitrate, and the type of acid present.
All of the organs and organ systems of the human body work together like a well-oiled machine. This is because they are closely regulated by the nervous and endocrine systems. This nervous system controls virtually all body activities, and the endocrine system secretes hormones that regulate these activities. Functioning together, the organ systems supply body cells and there are substances they need to eliminate their wastes. They keep also temperature, pH, and other conditions just at the right level to support life process. Defensive anatomical barriers begins an immune response based on inflammation whose main objectives are destroy pathogen, prevent the spread and the initial focus on infection to repair the tissue damage. This initial response is a question and its duration consequences depend largely on the measure, the type of the pathogen. The first line of defense are tissue macrophages, which thanks to their receptors for membrane recognize the foreign or non-self-competent microorganisms and they engulf destroy them. Chemicals such as chemokines that initiate the acute inflammatory response and locally by attracting pathogens, neutrophils onto the site of infection and causing them the accumulation of plasma proteins.
I am going to explain the effect of temperature on Salmonella. Temperature may affect the transmission of Salmonella infections via several causal pathways, such as direct effects on bacterial proliferation and indirect effects on eating habits during hot days. The optimum temperature for the growth of Salmonella is between 35 degrees Celsius and 37 degrees Celsius. The growth is greatly reduced at 15 Celsius. In general, the higher temperature, the more easily microorganisms can grow up to a certain point. Very high and low temperatures both obstruct the enzyme processes microorganisms depend on survive.